squash.
Bang.
I panicked a little bit then. I thought that was the extended version. So we've got an extended version as well that we ever need to use. And I thought,
Do we?
if that just keeps playing, yeah.
Yeah, we just go for ages. We've invited you on them.
Gang.
I think it should just keep playing, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, we'll just see how long we can go for it.
Oh, mate, I'm not interested. I didn't even
sorry.
let the first guest in here yet. Well, I can see yet, and he's ripping the podcast a bit.
Just
So, guys,
critiquing.
the dude who's got critique from the first 2 seconds of the podcast. Welcome to the show, Mr. Andy Cook.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
A lot of people turn us down.
Struggle to get him here.
Yeah.
I'm steaming up, mate. It's hot. It's hot here in the UK.
It's hot.
You and Kurt can't have me this time because it is actually warm.
Yeah, it is roasting.
It is warm.
I've roasted with this hat on.
Yeah. Nice shoe.
Nice meat.
But yeah, guys, welcome to the show, Mr. Andy Cook. He has his own podcast, and today is a football special. Like we told you guys that we were going to start bringing in. It's me and Jack. Then we're going to try and do some absolute mad specials, but try and keep it sport related. Maybe apart from the Oktoberfest one.
Might derail that one a bit.
Might find a game that gets played like drinking or something like that. But Andy is in for the football special.
I am, yeah.
So
yes.
We are going to dive into every league. We are going to dive into everything to do with football, but the season has just started. Obviously, there is big championship football going on at the moment, international football.
Yeah.
But
World Cup.
the new Premier League season has started.
It has, yeah.
And that's where this come from.
Yeah,
But then when you said, yes, I'll come and be a guest, I was like, well, we got levels now. We can go non-league. We
professional.
Can go.
Bring the professional in.
So, introduce yourself. Who are you? What are you? Why are you here? Apart from the master critiquer podcaster.
I don't know about that.
What are you?
Yeah, no.
Who are you?
Well, my name's Andy.
Hello, Andy.
Why did I feel like I was at an AA meeting?
know, yeah.
That's why I said hello. Sorry, it kicked in. I've been.
I was like, my name's Andy. Always been into football. I'm originally a sports therapist, physiotherapist. Worked in football for over 10 years.
Oh, snap.
Only at the non-league level.
Yeah.
Met so many people along the way, and it's just been one hell of a journey, basically.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just love it. I love non-league football. As much as I love Premier League and Championship, and Coventry City is my team, but non-league is where my heart is at.
Must be tough being a Coventry fan.
It is. Well, it was last season.
Yeah.
We got stitched up, but this year we're looking okay.
They do look good this year.
Sorry, you didn't get stitched up. You lost the playoffs.
Yeah, well.
Stitch ups.
That's not a stitch up.
That's the biggest stitch up.
Go on then. What are the stories? Ref was paid.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Players played to be paid injured or something. I don't know.
Yeah. FIFA got involved.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bribe.
Just, I don't know.
I wanted them to. One, because it's the closest team that, apart from to where we live, but also the infrastructure. They were ready for the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas Luton clearly can't sustain the Premier League.
Kenilworth Road. I think that road's still got potholes in as well.
I think Tamworth's ground would have sustained the Premier League more than Luton has.
You probably are right. They probably have. You're probably correct there. It's been frustrating being a Cov fan, but the last couple of years have been very promising. New ownership. We're actually spending money.
Yeah.
This is probably our best transfer window for Coventry City for a long, long time.
Yeah.
We've actually brought players and put them on good long contracts.
Yeah.
And we've actually replaced players who have left, like Gustavo Hamer, Victor Gyökeres. We've actually replaced them with good players like
who can do the job.
Yeah, like Haji Wright and Sakamoto, players who are going to be decent players for us. So hopefully we can just go again. And I've just looked at the result at the minute. We're playing Swansea and it's 1-1. So.
Oh, is it?
Oh, keep it on your phone, man.
Yeah,
get live updates. That'd be nice.
Get on a TV screen.
Yeah.
It'd just be a live watch of Coventry.
What's it on?
Oh, it won't be on TV.
Oh yeah, it's Championship. They only play Championship on Saturday morning because they don't allow the Prem.
I bet I'd get it.
Yeah, he'd get it.
Yeah,
I'd get on my special BT stick.
Yeah, you'd get it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, it's catching on.
If you haven't seen the bucket hats, guys, nice shoe hats coming very, very soon. And also, we're
very
t-shirts.
Soon. Yeah, we are looking at t-shirts.
Having Wobbly Coffee t-shirts with
the
logo massive on the back.
I love it.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I don't know if it's too soon though about the bucket hats. I don't know how quick.
Too soon. No, you've not even met him just met him today, and the first thing he was at, nice you.
Yeah.
Not yet.
You're spreading.
I know, and it's gonna when I finally go for Prime Minister, it's gonna be my campaign slogan. I've already thought about it.
Well, you're already halfway there. You're Southern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that what you have to be to be Prime Minister?
Yeah, it's on the CV.
Oh, Southern.
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 Yeah.
I think you should have a big bus as well saying nice you.
Nice you, yeah. So I can just shout, "What are we?" and everyone shouts back, "Nice you."
Like
Yeah.
this, with like England like holding England like that, holding the country like.
Well, this is it. This is the start of the campaign.
So Jack for Prime Minister, email in.
Yeah.
Wobbly Coffee Podcast
At jackprimeminister@gmail.com.
You have probably got that.
I will have soon.
But email in
Give me 10 minutes.
wobblycoffeepodcast
I'm
@gmail.com.
saying this out. I'm sweating.
Jack for I know it is like 22 degrees here in the UK.
Yeah, it's finally actually some nice weather.
So back to Coventry. I
Yeah.
also noticed. I didn't notice. I always noticed that they someone had to get rid of their season ticket because they've like doubled the cost for a lot of things.
Yeah, so the owner did.
I need wipers, man. I'm Steven.
The owner did. He did. What did he do? He upped like the season ticket prices for like the boxes, I think.
Yeah.
Which everyone obviously wasn't happy about because I think they went up quite substantially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone I know has had a box part, like shared a box with
Yeah.
people, and he's had to get rid of it because he can't afford it.
I think that's like that trickle down financial stuff. Like obviously the Prem's been like billions for years and it's cost so much. Like you say, it's not really like a working man sport. You can't take your kid there every week like you used to be able to.
Yeah.
And now it's coming down into the lower levels. Like I know guys that had played in conference, like lower level, like professional football, and people that like millionaires are just taking over the club and bringing like ex-Prem. Like you got Wrexham putting Ben Foster on $4,000 a week.
Don't get him started.
Oh, fucking hate
Don't
Wrexham.
get him started.
Fucking hate Wrexham. It just goes against everything. Football's like that level of football.
It does, but it's so easy nowadays.
Oh, I understand the financials. Like, it is a business, but
Mate, you could have it
non-league
worse.
Football's class. Like, go and get a beer, abuse the linesman from 4 foot away, and like support your local team. Whereas now you're like, you got fucking Ryan Reynolds coming in.
That's nothing. That's worse. At least they're actually building up a community and building up. We've got Birmingham. Tom Brady's coming.
Yeah.
What? He's bought half of it. He's bought like 1%.
It's going to be on the board.
And all he's doing is turning up to pubs and stuff. But that's going to generate more money.
Yeah.
Because people are like, I could get to see Tom Brady in a pub in Birmingham, and then they get money from that. That's even worse than what they're doing in
The
Wrexham,
audacity.
because at least they're giving back to the football, where Tom Brady's just they're just using Tom Brady
Yeah.
to make more money for themselves.
Yeah.
The audacity though to come and say that you've played football and then to come and get involved in actual football. Nah, you're not allowed. They should be against that. Like, yeah, Tom Brady, professional footballer. No, you're not.
Now I do know, and you don't
Handball.
like it that I watch him. I watch Welcome to Wrexham.
Yeah, I do.
And the wife likes it, so it's something we can watch together because she can't actually watch. She hates live football. She disappears. And I know they're actors, but you can see they are actually drawn in. They're why we like football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
And I think if it's like that, you go, okay, fair enough. When you see things, what's an example? I don't know, Man City maybe. Well,
Yeah.
Man City have done a lot for the community as well.
Wankers.
Where they're like,
Fuck off.
Yeah,
they-
the badge.
they're like-
The badge.
They have. Let's face it, they have brought the league.
Yeah,
for
100%.
most of the years, with the money they spend and stuff like that, it's just you can't challenge that all the time.
I want to know where the financial fair play's gone.
That disappeared, didn't it?
Yeah, they had like however many hundred.
No such thing.
No, it's not. And if you see how Chelsea avoided it,
Yeah.
and there was a big thing.
9-year contract.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, so we haven't actually spent that much. And you go, what? You haven't spent $1 billion?
Oh
I've
yeah,
literally seen it.
didn't he made them come 12th in the league, wasn't it? Have you seen that?
I did
didn't
see
see
something
that.
of that.
So the reason why
He's done it for a reason.
he basically didn't let Chelsea have what they wanted, so they would become bad in the league. Because once you're past a certain place in the league, you can give more than 5-year contracts.
Right.
So he came for that one season. He came lower. So then now a lot of the players he's bringing in, he can offer more than the 5 years. And someone was like, if there's a loophole, this guy will find it.
that is class. Like to completely derail your own investment, like your multi-billion-pound investment.
But the problem is, did they?
Yeah,
What did they lose?
loads of money.
Really?
12. All the prize money you get, they didn't get it.
I suppose.
Suppose it's
Have you seen their shirt? Random. They're just not signing a shirt deal as well.
That looks class.
Chelsea.
I
Sometimes
really
does
like
look
it.
nicer,
It
yeah.
looks
It
nice.
does-
I think
does,
Notts
yeah.
Forest have done the same. I think
It's
they-
only
Yeah,
because they
something
can't
like that.
agree. They agreed on a deal with Stake, Stake, the gambling company, do not food. Stake, the
Oh,
gambling
that's what I
company.
was
I
thinking
saw
of.
you like. Oh,
I was like,
steak.
steak.
Good
What a
steak the other
fucking.
night, that look. James, good steak, mate. If you're listening,
It weren't. It was overdone.
Oh. That's not what you said on text.
Yeah, he was sat next to me.
Oh, fair enough. Reading your phone.
Yeah. But steak
yeah.
deal, I'd do it.
But they were gonna have that, but then they turned that down because in 2026 you're not allowed to have gambling on your shirts.
Yeah, there is that.
So they stepped away from that and then just had nothing. I'm
That's
like,
what's happened to Coventry City. They were sponsored by Boyle Sport,
Yeah.
and now they're sponsored by a shaving company.
Oh, nice. Well, all the adverts now for it. Do you know, like Raheem
Yeah,
Sterling,
yeah.
where he's like that? And I'm like, how did you get like Gillette shaving? I said, I've never seen him with a beard.
yeah.
Like you'd get someone like you,
He's got
like
one
a
now.
beard, like a big beard, where you go, look how good this is, shunk, straight off.
Yeah.
But he don't have one.
Yeah, you get like when De Gea was in the Prem, someone like De Gea or someone who's actually
Yeah,
got a
someone
beard.
who's got a bit of facial hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sterling's now got facial hair because he was shaving for that.
Yeah. So like
When
once
you
you,
were at school and you used to shave
once
on
you
purpose
start, yeah.
to make it grow, and then you're like,
Everyone used
oh,
to
I
say
wish
that.
I hadn't done that.
yeah, once you start, you ain't never gonna
Yeah, I
stop.
wish I hadn't done it now.
Yeah.
I wish I had done it now.
So what teams have you worked with in non-league?
So I first started at
Nice,
Aviston Town,
Yeah.
which was like my local club, and I was at college learning
Yeah.
like my sports therapy and things like that, and I had to get so many hours in
Oh yeah.
to sort of pass the course. So I literally went down to the training ground and I was like, I want to come and basically work with your team and do massage and treatment and
Yeah.
this, that. And I'm like, yeah, happy days. It's
Sound-
all free.
Yeah, they love a freebie, don't they?
And that was it. It just sort of hooked me in from there. And I just moved on from Aviston. I went to Barwell, a small little village club,
Yeah.
which was unbelievable. Spent loads of time there, and I met so many brilliant people there, which was just crazy. A lot of northern journeys. They were in the Northern League.
Yeah.
So it was big teams in Manchester.
So you used to travel a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Used to be a lot of travelling.
That's class.
So a lot of coach journeys.
That's a lot. The coach journeys can be a lot of fun.
They would. That's what the fun times of the coach journey.
Yeah,
I'm not
100%.
joking.
Everyone's in there. Did they have to? Our first away game when we were playing football, the lads that had never done an away game before had to do the singing on the coach back, and that was when we had to do like your initiations.
I'm lucky. I've never had to do an initiation.
Have you never?
No.
There's
I've always
Because you
swerved
fixed
it.
them though, so like you didn't
Yeah,
play,
yeah.
did you? That wasn't as a player,
No,
was it?
no.
That was a
there's some like staff have to do it as well. What would your
Yeah,
initiation
there's
song?
honestly, they peppered me for it. They
Yeah.
were trying to get me, and I was like, no, which is probably a bit.
You're
a bit,
thinking
yeah.
massage on the
I
IT
was
band. Here you
thinking-
go, like
yeah, I
enjoy
was
this.
thinking, no chance.
Get your knuckles in.
Yeah,
Why
so
was I going happy ending then, not IT band?
Yeah. Oh, that's another way to get out of it.
yeah.
Manager's like, you gonna sing, and you go, no, I'm not.
Yeah. You know, I'm doing your glutes next, manager. Yeah, just be careful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love you long time.
I've got a lot of oil back here and some big thumbs.
But I've seen some good initiations along my journey. I'm not even joking. I've seen people come out. So I was at Aviston Town for my second stint at Aviston. We had a new lad join, really tall, looked a bit like an Oasis singer, like Noel or Leon.
Yeah.
And he did Oasis. But what he did, he had a bucket hat on and like a jacket, and he'd come up from the toilets,
Already
all,
like him.
all giving it,
Yeah.
and honestly, he sung Oasis, and it was the best initiation I've ever seen. He full on gave it like
There's no
everything.
initiation.
Proper
Like, he just
beans.
smashed it
Yeah,
and
he-
enjoyed it.
he was no- yeah.
There is two types of guys. There's guys that go all out,
Mm.
and then there's the guys that will sit on their phone and just like,
Yeah.
is it maybe? Like, you go,
Yeah.
come on, sing it. We had one guy, he's like, I don't know any songs. And you go, you don't know any songs? Any?
Even Happy Birthday. Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
like.
anything. Just do. And then we went, and we went, just look at one on your phone. And everyone was like, I can't do it. And he just kicked off and went, I can't read. Like that.
Oh.
That was his only
no.
get out. And then everyone's like, oh, we feel a bit bad. We're like, nah, he must be able to read. He's in college. Like,
See, I've never had that life
do you do it now?
because I was cheer related.
Yeah.
So like, I did rugby, school rugby,
Mhm.
but it was never really in it with our school. That was never really a thing, all that stuff.
No, yeah.
And then I left high school and then did like trampolining, gymnastics, cheer, which that stuff doesn't happen. Like,
Yeah. It's almost like that. I think like hazing almost. Like the Americans call it hazing. I mean, that's a bit extreme, but
it's very.
We used to love it.
It's very boy thing.
It just breaks the ice a bit, I think.
Yeah,
like when you're in a
100%.
new team and you think, I don't really
100%.
know anyone, and then you got to act a prat in front of them. Everyone goes, all right, cool. Like,
And if you have that team togetherness and everyone's comfortable around each other, honestly, it makes Saturdays, because Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday is so much easier to spend time. Because even in non-league, you can spend a lot of time at football.
yeah,
Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and then even for myself, I would probably do extra sessions as well for players to get them fit. So I was probably seeing sometimes players more than I was seeing the misses,
yeah,
because you're just spending a lot of time there, travelling, everything. Like Saturdays for me used to be from like 9 o'clock in the morning
yeah,
till like 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night.
yeah. Long days.
It's long days. So, but yeah, then so did Barwell, did a bit at Lichfield as well, and then the Neaton Borough local team. Did a bit with Coventry City Academy.
Yeah,
But that's when I found that I didn't want to go any further, because I was trying to push through. I was trying to
Yeah,
I was trying to get through to your league clubs and up there. But I went to Coventry City Academy and I hated it.
yeah,
And
Why?
so the physio who was there, who sort of said, yeah, come along. Well, he didn't actually tell me to come along. I went through someone else. So a lady called Joanne Hack, who was like, she's the Coventry City Academy lead physio for all ages. She's good friends with my mum. She's like, yeah, come on down. So I went into the physio. It was under 18s, and I'm not going to name him, but he was he just had no interest in me whatsoever.
Go on, no joking.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't want to
Let him have it. Go on, no,
It
it was a young Declan Rice, someone massive. Yeah,
I've never mentioned this part on the Wobbly
No.
Coffee podcast, but this is an old Three's Party thing.
yeah.
It was called.
Let it go.
It was called
It's done now.
It was called the POW though.
Prisoner of war.
No,
Oh,
the pot of wankers.
Oh.
If he wants to go in it, we've got a pen and we've got some paper, and we can put him in it after if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've never introduced you to the POW.
That's good.
that is class. Yeah,
I don't know why. There's a few UFC fighters in there.
Because
That used to go in
it
there.
would have been fucking full.
Like with
Ryan
you,
Reynolds, Wrexham,
Yeah.
Tom Brady's in.
Yeah.
Ben Foster's in.
Ben Foster's on.
In.
Ben Foster, $4,000 a week. In.
Paul Mullen.
In.
Nah, he's just lost a lung because of United. So
No, yeah.
Nah, he didn't. He punctured it. But they take it out. They take it out completely.
I'm joking. He deserved that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he basically put me off trying to build up to that level, and didn't want to invest any time in me, didn't want to teach me anything, didn't want to show me anything. And then I got a text message just going, "Don't come back." And I was like, I haven't done anything. Like,
Who sent that text? Put him in there.
I was
Going in.
like, wow.
Dust coming off it. It's not been used for a bit, but he
Yeah,
deserves the
yeah,
It
go.
he
wasn't
got
quite
in.
"don't come back." It was sort of like a lot, sort of thing. And I was just like,
I'm remembering it.
so I was sort of like, okay, like.
He's going in there.
So then that's when I went back. That's when I went back into non-league, and it's such community driven. Anyone who listens, if you've got a local team, go and support them.
Yeah,
honestly, like, the
100%.
people down there are brilliant, are genuine. They love football. They look after you. And
That's the
honest-
problem with
honestly,
everything though. Especially sport, but it can be an array of things. But sport, once you get to that, start to go up the levels. There's so many more factors and variables that come into it that start to ruin
Yeah.
It is miserable.
or can ruin the game. Like, not to go back to cheer, but we're so deep into cheer. When you're an athlete, you're at the top. It's not as fun as when you were doing it when you just first fell into it.
Yeah.
And then now, when you're in it and you're politically deep into it, it's still then not as fun because you're like, it's just shit after shit all the time.
Yeah.
So I can imagine with football, with the non-league, there's so much less that goes with it than when you start to go up.
Yeah. I
the
had
rest
it
of
like when I was playing, or like when I was younger and playing like a good level of football, and you get older and it is
This
not.
is the first for the podcast.
Yeah, I've never said it. I did used to play all right. I played like lower levels at Luton and stuff when they were just before they hit their financial crash. So I left and they financially crashed. That's how
Nice.
bad they took it, I think. But you do like,
It was your payout, weren't it?
yeah, probably about
Payout.
about 4 million.
Yeah, it was your
that's why
payout.
that's why they can never fix Kenilworth Road.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
still paying me off.
Still paying you, yeah.
But they but it's almost like naivety. No one tells you, like as a young guy, no one tells you, right, football's like it's a business. You see all the money and
Ooh,
stuff
I forgot
flying
about
around.
your desire to talk about what
Oh,
happened in your
fucking
prior life. To
hate it.
you loving the non-league, this is about to happen. I'm
Yeah.
well excited.
But you just do.
I
like,
really forgot about it.
I went to like a semi pro team after I'd finished playing at college and stuff, and then they ask for certain things. And you're like, yeah, great. And then 2 days before the season, he turned around and went, yeah, our right back's come back. We don't need you now. And he goes, you'll have to go and find a new team. And I'm like, it's 2 days before the season. I've done a whole pre-season here. It is naivety. And that's when you see young guys now, like 17, 18.
That coach in there?
Oh, close. Close. Yeah, but no one, like, as a 17, 18-year-old, like, you think, yeah, I'm a man, I'll deal with it. That hit me like a ton of bricks. And I hated football for years. Like, I think when we first met, I said to him, I said, I hate football.
So the fact that we've been to Old Trafford and that together since becoming mates and that, and all we talk about is sport and football. When we first met, you wouldn't have said he was a football fan. No. The way he talked about football.
Yeah.
But I didn't know why.
Yeah.
And I was, oh, you're not into football? Nah. Who'd you support? Yeah. And until I started to dig, because I'm like that, I'm nosy.
Yeah.
This is why I have a podcast.
Yeah.
I started to dig and find out, and then I found out he had this bad issue with what had happened to him, to why he hated football.
And it happens to like a lot of like young guys as well.
I have seen that a lot, so I can relate to what you're saying.
You just see it, and like because I said before, innit, about like you see like the Man City players, like academy players that get dropped, and they go, "Well, that's it, my life's over." And you're going, "How's your life over? You've just left Man City." Yeah. Like you can go to any club in the country, potentially Europe, and they go, "Nah, that's it."
But the fear of them, the fear why they say that is because their fear is they've been in the Premier League at a Man City on X amount of money.
Yeah.
And their fear is they're going to drop into League 2 where they're going to earn it'd be good money to us, but to them they're going to go, oh man, this is a massive.
It's a big ego thing.
Shock.
Yeah.
So that's their probably thinking is, even though League 2 is still professional contracts, this, that, but that's their fear. That is 100% their fear of.
But yeah,
I'm only assuming, but
yeah, but I can imagine it's a big thing with people like.
When you talk financial, you get used to a life, and to suddenly go from your big mansion in Manchester to having to go to I don't know.
Coventry.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, no, but that wouldn't be a big step down, but it'd be a big difference, culture shock. Your house is tiny. You haven't got as much financial freedom as you did have, but for us, we're like, that'd be a great wage.
Yeah, that's fucking magic.
But it's even things like probably training facilities. If you're at Man City, look at their training facilities.
Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable. And they go to somewhere like Walsall, who probably train out of a shed.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it?
And they've got
your kit man's also your groundsman.
Yeah, they've got one physio or.
God, that gives me real bad. Like I feel like just you get PTSD from something. I went to watch a Walsall v Portsmouth game once in Walsall.
What?
And it rained the whole game.
I've never known this.
And they drew 1-1.
Yeah, that's about.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough draw.
I didn't care about the game. I didn't care about each team, and I was wet and cold. It was like December, maybe January time. Yeah. And you just said Warsaw. I'm like, oh.
Everyone's been to like a random. Everyone who's involved in football has been to like a random. It was to sport.
Match. It was sport. So Alex's cousin is a massive. Cousin's husband is a massive Portsmouth fan, and he said, "Let's get to go watch a football game." We were like, "Well, the only game we can afford because me and her dad and her brother are all United fans. We can afford off the cuff. Yeah, a Warsaw Portsmouth game.
Yeah,
he came to Warsaw. We met him in the middle of the thing, but
yeah."
We hadn't even gone in the pub before, so we hadn't even got like a bit of a jacket on. There was no like beer jacket or anything.
Have you ever been to like a random football match? I feel like everyone's got that. Like someone went to me, they're like, "We're going to a game," and I went, "All right," and I was like young. It turned out to be Aston Villa West Ham. I was like, "What am I doing here?" Like, all of a sudden I'm on camera like this, like, "Yeah, I love the striker." I think it was Angel at the time. I was like, "Yeah, Angel, yeah."
You know what? It's really strange actually. You probably think, oh, if you're involved in football, you watch a load of football. You actually don't. So,
100% agree.
Because
100% agree.
Because Saturdays you're football with your team.
Yeah.
You can't go and watch another game.
Mm.
Tuesdays you can't. Obviously they play all the time, but you think, I've been at football Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday. I don't want to go again.
It's like work, isn't it? Really, you don't want to see it.
So, I barely went and watched football in the 10 years of my physio career.
Sure. But I understand
because I was always
at
football doing stuff.
Yeah, it's like a job, isn't it? You want to switch off from it completely. You don't want to go home, turn the telly on, and go, "Oh, actually."
And you got to keep the missus happy as well. If she says you're going out to football again, it's tough.
Happy wife, happy life. That's the thing, isn't it?
We should do.
know.
We should do the Wobbly Coffee special when they do that whole. My wife's brother, they meet up once a year. Him and all his mates are so into football. They'll go so they're United fans, but they'll go watch anything, any game they can get their hand on. Not even United.
Yeah, fair play.
If they can get tickets to something, they'll go watch it. 1 minute is somewhere, but they'll meet up at Birmingham New Street Station. It's a 12 o'clock kickoffs, I think it is. Yeah, 12 o'clock when there's loads of them.
Yeah.
And they'll literally first goal. That's the train they get on and go there for a night out.
Okay, yeah. I've
That
heard
is
about that.
I'm like, we should do that. We should do it as a special.
Yeah, we should.
We'll get someone to film it.
Vlog.
Yeah, we'll film it.
Yeah.
Get someone to film it.
We'll get Jack in. We'll get Jack in to film
We'll
it.
go to a very, very random place.
Yeah, where did he go?
Yeah,
They went Blackpool.
Oh, that's all right.
Blackpool.
Yeah, see,
and
it
then
works out when it's somewhere like Blackpool. It's when like
There was
Where did we
there was
go?
one year they did it.
Grimsby. It's when Grimsby scored first. You go, fuck.
Shit.
That's
Here
so
we go.
strange. I literally was thinking of Grimsby.
Yeah, because I know because we had to do some work there, and we were driving around going, "There is fuck all in Grimsby, like, football, fish, and fuck all." That is it.
Nothing was that. We just found a Weatherspoons.
Yeah, Weatherspoon.
Standard,
And we got a
but-
car wash. That was it.
Yeah.
Imagine
We
that.
did, yeah.
It's killing a bit of time.
But
Yeah.
that's mad.
So why the treatment room? Why have you started the podcast? Let's talk about your podcast. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
so,
Dig into it.
Yeah, so it's called the non-league treatment room because I am still a physio. I'm just not involved in football. But basically, along the way, you meet so many people with so many cool stories, and you're like, oh man, what a story you've got. I'd love to get to know you more and love to find out more about that story you've had. And it was last year, I was like, right, I'm going to do it. I even come and see you, didn't I, to get a bit of advice. And
apparently I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't. It's not. Like I said before, I'm not the technical one.
Nor do I. This looks alright on the screen, but it's completely different to what it looks like on the screen. But yeah, apparently I know what I'm doing.
It's beautiful. And
Thank you, sir.
yeah. And so I was just like, I'm going to do it. But then I got put back into football.
Yeah.
So I was at Atherstone Town at the time. I left there. And then they're like, oh, can you come back? And I was like, yeah. I was itching to go back, to be fair. So I went back, finished the season there, but then I left again because quite a few of us left. We all went on to different things. I was like, no, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now. It's one of those moments I was like, if I don't do it, I'm going to regret it, things like that. So yeah, we just get guests on, players, managers, coaches, who have just been on incredible journeys in the non-league football world. They've played it in the league and then they've dropped down, or some of them had bad injuries, and we talk about that. And it's just basically people who I know.
Yeah.
Well-
Have you got like a story that like is your favorite, basically your favorite story, whether it's funny or emotion? I love an emotional story as well. I'll probably cry if you tell me. But
That is so
is
tough.
there like one that probably sticks out that you go, actually, that was quality?
Oh, that's really tough. So
I should have given you the heads up. I was gonna
no,
ask
that's
this.
cool because obviously I've been thinking about this.
I only thought about that question just now. So
Great question. Nice year.
yes, yes.
These two off camera, guys. Before we got
We
started,
need a winner chicken dinner jar as well. We need
before we got started. We could no.
next. That'd be a big fucking jar as well.
Yeah. Before we got started, off camera, off air, off audio, whatever. These two have only just met.
We're friends. That's it. That's how it works.
Andy comes in, starts dropping all Jack's phrases,
What can you say?
starts talking about other episodes, and they just
Professionals. That's what we do. This is it. This is
they
it.
might as well
we
sit
do.
together, to be honest, and I'll sit over there.
Yeah, it's because you're in Luton colours.
Oh,
That's your problem.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, wanker.
Come true. I like an underdog.
Yeah,
Wrexham
big story.
Fuck Rex.
I'm probably gonna have to say two,
in the rectum.
if that's okay.
Yeah, of course it is.
So there's one guy, Matty Stenson, his name was,
Mm.
and basically he worked his way up the leagues very, very rapidly, and he signed for Halifax Town,
Yeah.
which are in the conference, National League Conference Prem, and basically his debut game tears his ACL, his meniscus, everything like that, cartilage is gone, knees basically gone. He's up there, no family, on his own, and it's the way he talked about the mental health side of it.
Yeah.
You know, he literally sat in a dark room.
It's a lonely life, isn't it?
Because he was just literally he even said I couldn't even go for a piss without someone helping me.
Yeah.
And basically he had to reconstruct his knee and his life basically in terms of what happened. And so that's one there I was like, oh man, that's quite tough to hear.
Yeah.
But then we literally had an episode go out today with a guy called Guy Hadland, an Nuneaton lad. He was a player, manager, but then he was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yeah.
About 6-7 months ago, if not a bit longer, and he's overcome it. He's beat it.
Oh, good effort. Nice you.
Yeah, definitely. So we had him on, and he spoke about his journey, and he spoke about in depth what happened. And me and the lad Lee, who we do it with, who does the podcast with me, we were literally just speechless.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to say to him.
Yeah.
Because he was telling this story, and it was like, oh my god, this is unbelievable.
Yeah. Like ordinary people with extraordinary circumstances, really, isn't it?
But that's why this is so cool, and that's why I love that's why I keep always podcasting, because there's something about conversation that allows people to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And they just say things, and you're like, why are you telling me this?
Yeah.
But in that conversation, they know it's out of a good place, because you know you're doing it for that story to maybe inspire someone else to do something. And
I completely agree. He even said that. He was like, it's important for me to come on and share what's happened in my journey, because I might be able to help someone else. And he told some really funny stories, to be fair, during his treatment time. And I'll share one of them. But so basically, he went on this really intense chemotherapy, and he's very outspoken, very confident, very, up for anything.
Yeah.
He basically went into the where they have all the treatment, and he went, right, it's Tuesday, no fucker dies today. Come in the next day, Wednesday, right, it's Wednesday, no fucker dies today. And then he had everyone else catching on to it.
Yeah.
So he had an old boy going, oh, you used to play for the Nuneaton Borough, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Up the borough, no one dies today.
Oh, class.
Then he had an old lady come up to him going, you've got a really potty mouth, but no one dies today. So he was uplifting the room and getting to know these people so well, and sort of just bringing some positivity into it. I know, and everyone handles it very, very differently.
Yeah.
But he just took it head on and was like, I'm going to do this, positive all the way. And
to help other people, like you say, to have a group of you in the same boat, it probably was nice for other people, even just to have someone to chat to, who comes in and is like, come on in, we're going to do it together.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So that was a really cool story which he shared with us, and many more as well. So
it's cool.
It's going well at the minute, and I'm just enjoying it. I'm just enjoying the ride.
You're enjoying it,
and
that's what matters.
As I say, my one, like I said to you when you come and ask me about it, all the tech stuff, everything else, but the one reason, the day you stop enjoying it, stop doing it.
Yeah. I'm doing it with someone really cool as well, with alongside me, Lee, his name is, and we just bounce off each other, and we just...
Yeah, he's going to come in next time, right?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Get him all in.
He wanted to come today, but he's got an important...
More important?
Yeah, Joe, come on in. Yeah, maybe I don't want him in if he don't want to come in.
POW.
Yeah.
We'll just roast him when he comes in next. We'll bang him in there and we'll let him have him.
Can we change the POW? Every time you say it, I think prisoner of war. I just think... Maybe it's just, I don't know, but prisoner of war. Could we change it just wanker jar or something?
No, you've already got one of those.
Yeah, I've almost filled that as well.
What?
I had to bring it down at some point, didn't I?
There's kids.
Is there? Shouldn't be.
Nah.
Over 18 edition.
Yeah, this is the late night episode, so hopefully not. The Wobbly coffee is the late night version of the coffee with Sam, so hopefully there is.
That's why we're allowed to swear.
And if kids are here, then the parents have let them stay at the pub too long.
Yeah, that is true, actually.
That's literally what it is. Well, I'd say I love what you're doing. I think it's amazing, and I'm glad that, like I say, you're enjoying it still, and that your joy for football. Do you feel like since doing it, you've got some more joy for football back? Since now talking to people involved in football,
I think I'm just in a different place of football. So before I was involved with the match day, getting players ready, fit, treating them. Now I've removed myself away from that, and I'm now doing the podcast and the football side and the interviewing and the guest side. I'm still sort of involved in football a little bit because I'm hearing different stories, and I get to go watch games as well.
And you do the podcast from the football ground, don't you?
Yeah. So Averson Town, my previous club, they've allowed me to use their facilities to be able to host the podcast and record the episodes, which is really, really cool.
I'm such a nightmare because my brain is just going, dude, you should be doing pitch side commentary, post, pre, after the
How
games.
funny we were talking about that the other day.
Yeah,
Because
we were-
I play for a
someone else
Sunday
said
league
that.
team, and the only reason we do it is because they're all a bunch of great lads. I think we just recruited someone last night as well, randomly, my brother's mates, and it is just a laugh. Like when we first started doing it, we were getting battered like 16-0, but it would all come off. It'd be funny that it was 16-0 and you go have a beer. And that was it. And then we were chatting the other day, and he
I
goes,
said I'm going to come and start doing post-match interviews and like on the
Yeah.
line and
That'd be
speaking.
brilliant.
on the sideline
Mate,
of
you
a
should do that at
Sunday league
Everton.
pitch.
This could go into it's just where my brain works.
Someone else did say that, but
My brain's just like
yeah,
that's the way it goes.
It
like,
is. But
There is I think there's a lot now though, isn't there? Like lower league and lower level that are doing that like podcasting kind of thing and bringing social media in for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we see like that
Yeah,
SC
'cause all you
Dons and
all you have to
stuff.
do, as long as you've got no music, you sit and you just live stream on YouTube.
Yeah.
And people who are into Aviston, you've got cameras that can. It's easy to change camera angle to the picture to you, and you can do a TV studio on YouTube as long as there's no music for free.
I'd watch it.
Yeah.
People get to watch Aviston. You
Yeah.
talk about it. Like
I'd gamble on
Oh
it
yeah,
as well.
I'm a nightmare. It's just the way
no,
my
you're
brain
right.
goes.
Though. Like, there's so much you can do. Yeah, definitely.
But I'm happy. Do you feel like you're in a more positive place towards football though? Because so the reason why I know Andy, ladies and gentlemen, people listening, is he used to look after me when I was not short, fat, and round. When I was an athlete, when I was in cheer, and
He was always short, fat, and round, even when he was an athlete.
yeah, I
I
suppose,
used to see him.
yeah. Just bigger arms. And he used to look after me. That's how I know him through sports massage, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But at that point, you were starting to go through the downfall of not enjoying football anymore towards the end of when I was seeing you.
Yeah, because it can get tough. Like I said to you, it's hard work. And
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not an easy life.
And it can be a lonely place as well.
Not an easy number. And it's
So where I was going with that was, I'm happy to hear that you're now. Do you find you're in a more positive place towards the sport itself?
yeah, definitely. Yeah. My love for football's definitely back, and I'll go and watch non-league games with people. I'll even go watch COV games or anything like that. You know, I'll go and watch any games that come up. But yeah, just with the guest sides and bringing people in, hearing their stories is just what I'm loving at the minute.
Yeah, and I bet it's nice hearing. Obviously, there's the football stories like we were talking about, like the initiations and stuff. But I bet a lot of it's like the stories away from football that you go, actually, this is the cool bit, the bit that you probably wouldn't see if you were just involved in it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the stories we've had from guests about coach journeys, nights out, things like that, just
Nights out.
unreal. That's one of our questions. Is we say to them, "What's your best team night out?"
Yeah.
And honestly, they speak about it for ages because there's
It gets
that many of them.
yeah, and it gets so competitive. I never knew this, and then I've been out. Like I say, I've got a friend who plays and stuff, and you go out with a few of their friends, and when they're not on it, they're not on it. That's it. It's water, no dramas. But when they're on it, it's the most
That's
competitive thing.
every sport person can drink. As much as sport you don't drink,
Yeah.
every sport person can drink.
Yeah, the only reason you get fit is so you can deal with a hangover.
On
And
that
I
note,
found that
can
out.
you serve me up?
What? Nah, you've drunk it. Unlucky. I'm sweating here.
It is warm.
Yeah, what are you having?
Do you want to pause?
What?
We can pause if you want.
Nah, fuck it. I'll do it.
So we can pause if
We'll
you
do
want.
it live. What's that meme? You seen that meme where he's like, no, we'll do it live. Just starts kicking off.
No,
I don't know.
you have to show me after.
Maybe after, yeah.
Should have queued that one up. We could have put it on TV. Boom.
Could have done. Could have put football on.
So what is your? This might be throwing you really under the bus now.
Oh.
But one of my questions. One of my questions is, bring two, Jack. I don't think I've probably drank two actually.
You've drunk it. There's a Corona in it.
How many are you gonna drink? Because you're driving.
It's the other one.
Sound. Serve that up.
Yeah.
My question to you is, where is the treat room going? Not that. Don't give me the answer of, I'm just gonna keep enjoying it and see where it goes. What is your thought? What do you think?
I mean, there's so much that me and Lee are thinking about doing.
Is that Lee that didn't turn up, ditched us?
It
That
is,
one?
yeah, aka Davo.
Davo. That's a proper football name, isn't it? Davo.
Yeah, Davo.
Did Lee
Lee,
he used to play football?
I'm
He
back.
still does play. He plays Sunday.
Cheers, mate,
He
thank
plays
you.
Sunday League and stuff like that. Plays Sunday League. But he's a coach as well. He's a football coach.
That's
So-
tough to get into as well, isn't it? Coaching and stuff.
Yeah.
I went to do my level 2.
Share it.
Yeah, can do in a bit.
In a bit.
In a bit, I've got to finish that one.
Oh, I might drink it by then.
Yeah, getting into it. Yeah, you probably would actually. I'm just hoping it don't fill the whole. Like, if it fills the cup up, I'll have the rest.
It's not filled up.
Ah, good. But yeah, getting into coaching. Coaching's fun, but what the hoops you have to go to just to coach like a kids team is insane.
No idea. Well, I'm guessing most of them will just. It's the thing is with non-league. It is easy in a way. You can turn it to them and say, "I want to do this," and they'll go, "Yeah," or they'll go, "No." It's as simple as that. But like, if you've got coaching badges, 9 times out of 10, if there's space on the coaching team, they'll probably take you on.
Yeah,
And they'll go, "Yeah, we can definitely use your help. We can definitely fit you in somewhere, 100%."
yeah.
It's just knowing people, networking. That's
It's quite a small world, isn't it? When you think about how big it is, like you say, when you get into like local football, it's actually quite a small world, like non-league and stuff as well.
Yeah,
Like, everyone knows everyone.
yeah.
You
Definitely.
You get people. It's weird because, like I say, when we were younger, you'd have thought you either make it Prem or you don't. That's it. And then you go like non-league, and there's guys that will make a career just bouncing around, like you say, like conference, non-league and stuff.
Non-league.
Oh, it's insane.
Hey, but I think it's that. What are you happy? So me and Alex spoke about this randomly. She asked me a question about football wages and stuff, and as much as I don't know, I kind of know. But it was like I was saying to her, it depends what you're happy being comfortable with.
Yeah.
She was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Because you can play for a team that you're never going to be famous and you're never going to have that lavish lifestyle, but you could earn double what we're earning a year."
Oh, easy.
And she was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah." So you could still earn comfortable, but then also know that someone like Rashford is on quadruple adding more than what you're on.
Yeah.
Maybe not as kicking the ball as much as you in nice stadiums and nice training places.
Yeah.
It depends what you're comfortable doing. There are some people who just love that. They just stay at that low level, don't want to go any further because of the pressure, get paid very, very well, 70, 80 grand a year, and are like, yeah, that's cool.
You can make a killing.
To kick a ball.
You can make a killing non-league, training Tuesday, Thursday, playing Saturday, and get a part-time job, a lot like a trade job on the side, and then make an absolute
That was
fortune.
really bad of me to say kick a ball because I did a charity match not long ago and I fucking killing me. Yeah. I don't ever play football. I just said I'll just get involved.
Yeah, that threw me off as well.
Yeah, they smashed me right back, and you said you're playing football. I was like, yeah, I get it, guys.
I've never seen him do that.
Won though, didn't we?
Get in there.
Big shout out to the Brotherhood Legion. We'll be doing that next year, and they're going to come and try and take the trophy back, but not a chance.
I'm gonna be there.
Maybe the non-league treatment room can come and do a pitch side analysis of the Brotherhood Legion.
I tell you what,
charity match.
You'd be well busy in terms of therapy. All those
Right.
amateurs
No,
running
no,
around.
no,
I know
mean,
Sam was knackered.
No, I'm on about charity. I'm on about him doing.
Oh, see, I'm dual wielding him. He's talking
No,
about
he's
it,
not.
and he's like massage.
It's not, I mean, at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh God! So
Imagine
they've
that.
gone in. They're in. 2 seconds right there.
It's like Reece James,
tight.
isn't it? 20 minutes in, hamstring goes. That's it. He's like, yeah, gaffer, I need a
that's
rub
it.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, I played like 70 minutes.
Yeah, you said that.
I've never played a game of football in my
struggling to
life.
walk after.
I've never played a game of football in my life.
The modern day fullback covers ground as
Yeah,
well.
and I was a right back.
ground.
I was
Yeah,
a right back
tough.
and thought I was. Now I have a big, like, as much as I'm moaning about him when he's playing, Luke Shaw, massive like thing for him now, like
bombing down that way.
yeah. But that's the problem. I was trying to do everything, unfit as well. I'm not what I was a year ago,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'll chase that ball. Yeah, now I need to defend. Nah, I ain't getting back there because that winger's way quicker than me.
Yeah, it's when you go up for a corner and the ball's going back to
Yeah.
your end. You feel I've got to go. And you see the striker looks at you and goes, "Off you go,
Yeah.
go on in." And you go, "Oh, you prick!" Like, you end up running back.
Yeah, definitely.
So have you got? And this is one I actually did think about this one because I've got probably a few unpopular opinions. Have you got like an unpopular opinion on football? Like for me, and I might, we might get hate. This is where we go viral.
No, we live it.
So my opinion is that Messi was shit at the World Cup. Even though he won, he was shit. And people are like, yeah, but he won. I went, he was crap walking around the pitch.
Ooh.
So have you got like an
He's better
opinion
now.
that might...
He's better now at the MLS. Yes,
It's a farmers fucking league, isn't it?
it is, but at least he's playing football and he's playing well and he's banging goals in. He didn't do it in the World Cup,
Behave.
did he?
Behave.
Oh, that's alright.
Got me on the spot there. I don't.
Do you not?
Well,
I was just thinking about it.
One probably come to me.
Yeah.
So if one pops up during the podcast,
Yeah, just stop us and tell us.
I will tell you.
The more controversial, the better. This is just imagine you're at the pub in the evening and you say to your mate, you go, "Oh, fucking, Ronaldo's shit" or something. Yeah. There's only one Ronaldo and he's Brazilian.
Correct.
and that's it. That's how you know if someone watches football. Where if you go Ronaldo, they go, yeah, Brazilian. You go, yeah, good, nice you.
Nice.
Teeth.
Yeah, teeth. Yeah.
Teeth and dodgy haircuts.
Dodgy haircut.
And he was in the Pepsi advert.
Did you?
Ole!
How good were it?
What an
Remember the old
advert.
Pepsi and
Yeah,
like
what an
Nike
advert.
adverts?
Ole!
That unreal.
advert. All you did playing
Yeah,
football
yeah.
at school then was Ole!
And the Ronaldinho one where he's kicking the balls off the crossbar. With
I've
the-
just spilled my beer. That's how excited I am about
It
that.
just keeps coming back. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, he got new boots.
Yeah.
No, it's the Ole ones, and then they reused it, didn't they? And the ref got involved, and they started. The ref
Oh,
rips him.
yeah.
The ref rips him and gives him a red card.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
slide
Who does he
tackles
rip?
him.
Is it Ronaldo he rips?
Can't
It's
remember.
one of them.
He
But,
rips him.
but
he's
the old like Nike adverts, do you
Yeah.
know, like
street
where they
football
were
and
when
that.
they were on the boat and it was like the cage and it was the 3-on-3 teams.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
mate,
They don't do.
I had that.
They
do you
don't
remember
do
the?
adverts like that
No.
anymore, do they?
Do you remember the football that they had, like with the metallic one with the scorpion on it?
Mm-hmm.
I had that football, and I was
Weren't the
like,
scorpion boots as well?
yeah, they brought them back, and I thought they were going to bring the football back. But I had that football, but me being a kid, kicked it around everywhere and just shredded it to bits. But it was class. It was a nice football.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't get that these days, do you?
What
Like football,
adverts?
Football adverts,
Oh.
yeah.
Not like
you get
used
adverts,
to.
mate. I know
Yeah,
that.
I don't fucking know. Sorry. It just surprised me that you said adverts. Like,
But you don't get football adverts. Like even when the World Cup comes, it's not the footballers that are in the World Cup adverts.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's other stuff.
Did you
Yeah.
see the US women's football, like the advert for the US women for the
Yeah.
football? And it was like,
Bigging themselves up.
and it was like,
This is why we win. This is why we do that.
they're like, oh, how are they going to beat us? And it went to like it went to like a British man on a bus going, maybe we'll take their player. And it was honestly, it was how the world's going to beat them. Knocked out in the last 16, eat shit.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
basically. Yeah, it's basically like we were able
Fuck
to
off.
like copy them with drones and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
See
they were
you
like,
later.
oh, look how humble we are. You're like, no,
Yeah, see you
not a
later.
chance. Saying that though,
I was about
Women's
to say,
World
that's
Cup.
what you say, yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow
Can't wait.
is the final. I'm excited.
When-
I reckon they're gonna do it. I think it has to be. It's written in the. It's more written in the stars than the men has ever been written in the
Yeah.
stars. They won the Europa. I'm back to the.
With the men have already won it.
Yeah, years ago.
So, just saying.
But as
they
in-
won it.
They won the
Euros.
Euros. Now to win
I think they
this.
beat.
as
Did they
well,
beat
is
Spain in the final of the Euros as well?
Oh, I can't remember now.
Do you know what?
But that
I was
a good game.
genuinely gutted for Sweden. Sweden had the toughest run at like America, Japan, and then Spain. If they got to the final, I said just give it to them. Because if they'd won, that'd have been England like facing France, Brazil, Portugal back to back to back to win the World Cup. You go, not only did they win it, but they beat all the best teams to do it as well. I was gutted for Sweden when they went out.
I think they won.
I love you,
today.
Sweden.
I think they won today.
Did they? Yeah, they played
got
Australia in the third,
runner-up-
fourth.
Yeah, the runner-up game, which is a bit of a pointless
Now-
game, I think.
Yeah, just go home.
I've already answered your question.
It is, but they have to.
Sweat,
No,
yeah.
it is, but they have to do it,
Fucking
don't
hell.
they?
Yeah, they do.
It's a tournament, so it's tournament football. So you can't just go meh. Like you came here, you
True,
came here, and
yeah,
make it
true.
up. Like you have to find out who comes third
Yeah,
and
that's
fourth.
right.
You
Yeah.
can't just go. No one came third and fourth. Like
True.
That is true.
Yeah,
you
true.
can't
that's
just
true.
go. You need to know.
Unlucky.
Yeah, literally.
See,
Fuckers,
yeah, that's it. See you then. Off
No,
you
what I
go.
was gonna say is, because I'm a big always conspiracy, always
Oh, massive.
always over the top game plans.
Oh,
James that got the red card and the match bans.
Oh,
4,
should have gone home.
but the
I'd have sent
wait
her
there,
out.
the weirdest actual stamp. It wasn't a stamp. It was the stamp, but it wasn't a stamp. It was a bit knowing all those cameras are on you. It wasn't enough to go, I'm gonna get caught and she deserves it. It wasn't, I'm gonna get away with it. But she could play tomorrow.
Yeah, but that's because they.
4 games.
What?
She's played 4 games.
Yeah.
3 assists, 3 goals.
Yeah.
Maybe she's their secret weapon and they needed her out till the final.
what, rested?
Mm.
So you
Nah.
reckon- oh, I don't-
Nah. Australia
She wasn't
we
really.
would've
She
beat.
wasn't really punished
She got a 2-game ban.
by them. Imagine if David Beckham did that,
He
did
did
do
do that. Yeah.
and everyone had him. Even the managers didn't back him or anything.
Oh, I think
Their managers have gone, yeah, hide her away.
I definitely think with this day and age, and obviously
Didn't
that was
send
saying,
her home.
Well,
When
no,
you
but
said,
that's the thing.
Text me straight away.
Send her home. Send her home.
Yeah.
Red card because there was potentially
send her home.
potentially a 3-match ban. You go, well, that's your tournament over. Off you go. See you later. Like
Maybe she's gonna be there if she's the one that's got
She is
more
class.
assists, more goals, only 4 games. Like
If it is a game plan and it comes off, then it's the best game plan.
Oh yeah,
And you heard it here first.
Yeah. Unreal.
Like if that is the case, then fair play.
I just feel there wasn't much.
Yeah.
I just feel there wasn't much. I know because there's finally this big march of we're gonna back the women's football and everyone's backing it, that they wouldn't bring negativity on it, or there are going to be more things in behind scenes that are stopping any negativity. But the media never get away, like they always get away with being negative. So
I think they will always be.
It's just a bit weird that players haven't come out and slated her for it. Like, you might have ruined our World Cup. You'd even have the men's team. Someone would say, I'm upset with it.
But what you got to remember, like, I don't think the team would have come out and said anything, because you still got a tournament to play. Like, it's cohesion. Like, you have to keep that like cohesion.
It's fair if that was men's football.
Equally, yeah,
everywhere.
But I think, like we were saying about mental health and stuff, like, it's a different day and age.
Yeah,
the media are always going to be the media. You fuck that lot. But I think with this day and age, like the way, because it happened to Southgate as well when he missed a penalty, and it was like, it was dreadful, the hate. Like, they should never have got that kind of like hatred. But I think with this day and age, everyone's gone, you made a mistake, right? Get on with it now, which is a nicer way of kind of doing it. But I'd have sent her home.
I've seen it as well, but like, do you think the stamp was accidental? Or do you reckon she meant it?
Nah, I think she meant it. Yeah, I think it was obvious.
No, my only thing with that
is so hard though. Like,
my only my only thing with that is you don't know where her center of gravity balance was. You can say, oh well, she was leaning this way, so that's where she should step. Well, what happens if her left weight was on her ankle and you can't see that on a video? So when she's leaning forward, her weight's on her left, like this way, she might have to step close to her body, which is where the person is laying.
I think the thing was, it was like a double movement. Like, the foot was down and then it was up and then it got brought down again. And then I was like, because you look at it and you go, is there mitigating factors?
But then she didn't even react. She was like, and then when they sent her off, she was like,
she was already walking.
The thing is as well though, you got like officials nowadays. I know that refs have been slated a lot in the Premier League and stuff because of VAR and all that.
Well, yeah, the refs from last weekend's United game can't play today.
What do you mean? Suspended, isn't he? Because of the decision of is it Onana coming out?
Oh yeah, smashing someone.
None of them are playing today.
It should have been a penalty.
None of the refs or linesmen or VAR
it wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, it was 100%. Nah, you can't come out and do that.
I don't know where I got the opinion from, but I don't think it was a penalty.
Not quite sure.
I'm not sure where it was.
But like nowadays, like with officials, they're so under pressure to make a decision and go, oh, better send them off because otherwise I'm going to get slated. Or the pressure of a referee is like probably absolutely immense. Like, they have to make a decision, and if that referee's had to make that decision and he's gone, it's a red card. And
what confused me, and I'm a United fan, was that he didn't go back to the screen. That confused me.
The only thing there,
that's where his issue is, I think.
Yeah.
But I would have said with it,
correctly.
Yeah, because I would have said with it, because the player that got the Onana like wiped out didn't get the ball either, and he made an equally, they kind of made the same runs and hit each other, and the guy behind got the header. But because
even if the penalty was given, they were not in a goal scoring chance because he didn't touch the ball.
He didn't get the ball. And that's what that's what I think, is that they both made that run. It just so happens keepers can use their hands, so he probably got the worst. But he didn't really hit him in the head. They collided. Yeah. Like, he didn't punch him. Like, they kind of collided.
Oh, what was the video I sent?
But I am biased.
The video I sent you.
Oh, it was Impractical Jokers. Do you know when, like, they're in the rear and he tells the dude that and he goes, he's like, now punch him in the head. Yeah. And then I was like looking around.
Do a bomb in it. Do a cannonball.
Oh, do a cannonball. Do
a cannonball. And he goes back to Onana and he's like, no, I can't do a cannonball. Yeah. He's like, do a cannonball. And he's like, a cannonball!
And just smash it.
That's class. Absolutely class.
That is quality. It was good. But yeah, I think I'd like to see the women. If the women, I said this to you, but it was the Euros as well in the final. Like, if they win, I'll make a beeline for London and just see what happens. Because there'll be a big parade, everyone will get pissed, and I'll just go and get it.
But it's in the talk recently that if they do win that, Serena Wiegman should go for the men's job.
I saw something of it.
Well, because her actual CV though is like, didn't she win the Euros with someone, then win the Euros with us, then before us she won.
She won the World Cup. I think she won the World Cup with USA.
And then the Euros with someone else. Then the Euros with us. And
I don't think she won the Euros with someone else. But she'll be the first one. If she wins the World Cup, she'll be the first women's coach to win the World Cup with 2 different teams, which is impressive.
Yeah, very.
And I'll say, like, I watch a lot. You know me, because obviously I've got friends in women's, like, rugby league and stuff. I watch a lot of women's sports. It's the same sport, but it's a different game. And that's all I'd say. And I do think, because Emma Hayes, the Chelsea manager, I think she's class. And I said before, I think she could do it in the men's game. Easy. But
Do you know what I think it could be?
a conspiracy?
No. Because at the moment, the men's game is seen to be bigger, making a decision that could upset the country is harder. So, like Southgate, when we were talking about the Euros, we were like, you should have made substitutions, and he didn't.
Yeah.
Is because he's now putting himself under fire, whereas she maybe doesn't see herself that she's going, like we're saying with James not getting hit as hard as Beckham got hit.
Yeah.
She's not going to get hit as hard if they lose as if Gareth does. And if Gareth makes the decision, which then the media then deem that they've lost that game because of his decision, is the reason why I think against Italy he didn't make a substitution.
Yeah.
Well, we knew he needed to make a substitution, he didn't. Well, we can't blame it on him then. It's just the 10 players that were out there, that's it. It's their fault. Whereas if he made a substitution, then they lost. It's now his fault.
Yeah. I think he's a wizard, though.
She's not under as much pressure to be herself. We all see footballers do it. Footballers that are wizards with their feet. The footballers that are amazing. And as soon as they go into pressure of you're going to get the shit tomorrow if you don't score, they're nowhere near as good.
Yeah.
Like look at Rashford when he first burst onto the scene. Not listen to what a word the manager's saying, get the ball at his feet and go, I'm going to score or I'm going to do this. Now he's being told what to do and the pressure of what he's going to get.
Yeah.
He's nowhere near as good.
I think they just miss it.
And that's another podcast on its own because I don't think Rashford's going to stay at United much longer. But
Whoa, there's the unpopular opinion we were after. Fucking hell.
See what he does this season.
Yeah.
There's no need for him now. That
Sometimes I just think,
coming, I don't think.
Oh, Haaland.
Oh,
B-Tech Haaland.
B-Tech Haaland.
He's a B-Tech Haaland.
Up the centre. Then what you going to do? You got Sancho and Garnacho fighting out on the left, and Garnacho's way better than Rashford on the ball. So
that's an unpopular opinion.
On the left-hand side,
is very overrated.
That's not unpopular. I agree.
Yeah, actually, I'll go with that. He is overrated, but
I agree. I just feel like he has more angles to his game than Rashford
at the minute. But I think because Rashford's playing down the middle, and I just don't think he's a out and out striker. But like you say, he's not. He couldn't drop behind the striker. I don't think he's got that in the onion bag.
No.
And I don't think
you throw him out on the left. That's fine.
Wide. Yeah, that's what I'd do.
That's why he plays for England, isn't it? Out wide.
Yeah. And I'd just tell him to go and have fun.
Maybe replace Anthony sometimes at different games.
Fucking every time. That is a useless twat.
He hates him.
The thing that gets me, you get taught it when you're a kid.
Boy, he crossed twice the other game on his right foot.
And how successful was it?
But he's improving his game.
Yeah, but how successful was it? He hit it with his right foot and everyone's going, fucking ball's in a box, isn't it? Yeah. And you're going, Jesus Christ.
It wasn't good though. It wasn't a good cross.
There's like two things you get taught as a kid. Play to the whistle. And don't go back to do the man again. Once you've done the man, just get round him and go.
Yeah.
Instead, he's
Anthony's
like,
issue
do him again.
He's only good on his left foot, and they play him on the right, so then they know he's going to cut back.
But I said that to you the other day, didn't I? I said switch him, like halfway through the game.
Yeah.
Like Semedo had Garnacho tucked away.
Problem is, though, can Anthony cross a ball, or can he only smack a ball with his left foot?
Nah, he'd be able to cross it, I reckon.
I've never seen him on the left.
Nah, I think he refuses.
Probably.
Yeah. He's like, nah, it says in my contract, only play on the right hand side.
They're like, he probably needs contract.
Yeah.
You're going to play him in this position.
Did you see, speaking of contracts, you see like Neymar's Saudi, like his contract requirements. Yeah, like he needs like a 28-bedroom house with at least 5 members of staff, private jet. He had all these like things, and then on top of that, wanted like 70 million, like in a wage, like 700.
Have you seen they've filed that they want to have a ball in the Champions League?
Oh, whoever wins the Saudi Cup should be allowed to go in the Champions League.
It's going that way. It's
fucking daft. If it go, but this is why I love non-league and like lower level, because it ain't going that way.
It's not about the money.
It's just if you win the league, you win the league. That's it.
Yeah.
You go and have a party. You ain't got like. You don't get a team from France come over and go, well, now we want to play in your league. And you go, nah, you ain't doing it.
Yeah.
No, I get it, because then if the Saudi teams aren't as good, then they just don't do well in the Champions League. Because the Champions League it should be the league of all the champions. So
Yeah.
No, but that's the Club World Cup, isn't it?
Yeah. Saudi are just trying to basically make the league with best players. They're trying to make the league like the Premier League, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're trying
and
to
that's
buy
it.
all the players and make it.
I understand
They
it.
can afford to. That's
So
the
they can
problem.
afford to. That's what they're trying to do.
And I understand it, and you go, good effort, but there are rules. You ain't in Europe, you ain't going to the Champions League. Like I
agree.
I disagree with the Europa and the Conference League. I think, why do I need to? They win the Europa, and I go, but you're still not, like, you've still got 15 teams in the Champions League that do you week in, week out, like.
Well,
And then you get the conference.
It's all changing, isn't it? The Champions League, isn't it going to like a table format?
Yeah, they're going to do like a it's like that.
Crazy.
It's basically that Super League they were trying a few
Yeah.
seasons ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so no knockouts, not knockout stage.
No,
No.
it's a table,
And then I think they'll get relegated, whoever comes at the bottom.
something like that. Yeah,
Oh, fucking United will be down there, watch. Fucking know it.
I won't be in it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Same again.
Oh, there it is.
Same again. That's another podcast on itself. United's first game of the season. We've got a game now. It's about to kick off in 20 odd minutes, but
No way.
I didn't rate their first game of the season, to be honest. After their pre-season,
Aye, 3 points are 3 points. First game of the season.
Yeah, I think, to be fair though, I think Ten Hag's doing a brilliant job.
Yeah.
I think
that's all I ever replied to him is, in Ten Hag we trust.
he is a man to do. I believe he is the man to do what he needs to do at Man United to get them back to where they are. But it's just going to take time. I think Man United are been so used to trophies and Alex Ferguson and that, and then you've had so many different managers come in, try and do what Alex Ferguson done, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
be yourself, do your own thing.
Yeah, and I think Ten Hag is doing that. I think the players. I think Mason Mount's a great signing.
I'm not sure yet.
I think
That's
I
an
think,
unpopular opinion.
Yeah,
I think
fucking
he is.
hell.
I think he'll come good there.
Yeah.
I do. I don't know. I don't think they'll be up there this year, Man United. Well, I think they will, but they won't be. I don't think they'll be challenging. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I mean, I think we were
At least
surprised.
be third, because we were third last year with a shit season. Like, we've got. To be
I think last year was surprising. I
everyone
think for
forgets
everyone.
about last season. Like, we were in the, we're in semi-finals of nearly every cup. We won the Carabao, but we were in the final.
I don't
of
think
the
we did
FA
win.
Cup.
We didn't win the Carabao, did we?
Yeah.
Man,
No, we won the Carabao. We lost the FA Cup to Man City. Won Carabao, lost the FA Cup final.
missed that one then.
We were in the semi-final of the Europa League, right?
Don't know.
Because the year before that we lost.
Oh
the
yeah, because we got beat by.
we beat Barcelona and it was a fucking great. We were excited.
Yeah, we were
thought we were going to win
hammered.
it.
That was a tough. That was the next day was tough.
We're in all this. Like, if we weren't in the finals to lose the finals or win them, we were in the semi-finals, and then we
Yeah.
were third in the league. It wasn't that bad of a season.
No, it
Nah.
wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Where like
He's given Maguire a chance as well, right?
Oh fuck!
You seen that? The West Ham's
I
fell
know.
through.
West Ham, I'll fucking pay you this one.
Is it?
Fucking have him. Just keep him,
yeah,
please.
I think Ten Hag will do a good job.
Yeah,
I think you got to stick with someone, and I think he's got the.
I think that's the problem that a lot
had-
of big
he's had the
teams have had.
He's had the balls to do the clear out.
yeah.
I rate, to be honest, I rate how he dealt with Cristiano. I think he was just throwing his toys out the pram, and Ten Hag went, "Off you go, then see you later." I never wanted. I said to you, I never wanted him back when
That
they was
that
like, "Let's
a
come to
business
United."
deal.
I'm like, I don't
that was
want
a
him.
business deal. The club made millions out of it.
Yeah.
They wanted him to come and go. They wanted him to come for season 2-1. Like,
I mean, it was worth him coming just for a bit of Peter Drury's commentary. Do you know when he come back when he was like, he'd been to Lisbon, Madrid, like, and he'd done like a whole speech. I was like, yeah, nice you, Peter.
Yeah.
But also, he did bring some highlights again, like when he scored that last minute Europa League goal from like the fucking touchline. He managed to bang it in extra time. Like, he did bring some special moments again until it was like, cool, I've clearly been offered the Saudi contract. Don't want to be here.
Yeah, and then tried to claim it was more competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, dick.
Yeah.
So, where do they find your podcast?
Find it on Spotify or Apple.
Yes,
Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That's where we are listed. Follow our social media, Instagram, Twitter. We're on there, and we try and do weekly episodes. So, look, if you want to laugh, if you want to hear a good football story with just a meaningful story, or sometimes just a funny story as well, yeah, come and give a listen, because we've got more to come.
Mate, you got an Instagram, Facebook,
Instagram and Twitter. Yeah.
same thing.
At non-league.
They
They
haven't
left
got
them
a
out of
Facebook
Facebook.
anymore.
Yeah, mate.
Do they?
Flying. Facebook's flying.
Do we have a Facebook?
We don't know.
Oh, well, there you go then.
We still post on Facebook though.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, through Coffee with Sam.
Nice. Yeah, at the non-league treatment room. That's where you find us.
Yeah,
So-
nice you.
Yeah, it's just like you said, we're enjoying it, but we want to keep going and going and going, and
Yeah.
getting bigger guests and hopefully bigger podcast.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So questions
to go.
questions just before we leave. I want to ask you is, will Coventry be in the Premier League next season?
No.
Oh shit!
You weren't expecting that, were
I
you?
wasn't there.
His follow-up question was probably if you said yes, and you haven't.
No.
Why?
I don't think they will. I don't think we've got enough. The Championship this year is ridiculous.
It's stacked. It's seriously
Ridiculous.
stacked.
Leicester, Leeds, Southampton, West Brom,
Leeds.
They
Yep.
got relegated, didn't they?
Leeds.
Yeah, I know, but Leeds. That's
Because they're having trouble with they're having trouble with Nonto.
Yeah.
Do you know their new signing?
Yeah.
He's kicking off it because
Yeah.
Everton wanted him, and then something happened, and now he's coming. He's like, oh, actually, I do want to stay at Leeds. And he's like, fuck off.
The league is so tough. So,
Yeah.
You
so
don't
tough.
think?
I don't think we'll. No. I'll be happy with like a top 8,
Yeah,
but I can't see it.
yeah,
Leicester are going to win the league, 100%. They're too strong.
yeah.
And I
They've
think-
done well to keep a lot of their players.
and Kieran Dewsbury Hall and players like that. They're Premier League standard. Still.
Yeah.
So, look, I'd love to say yes as a Coventry fan, but I have to be realistic as well.
Yeah, it's an honest.
They
Is
deserve
that an honest
first
football
game
fan? We've just found an honest football fan. You know, with his
Wowzers.
head screwed on.
But the first
Class.
game against Leicester,
You don't see
the
him.
first
often.
game against Leicester, they deserve to win it. So they can't have that mentality.
Yeah, obviously you go into football and you want to win and do it, but look, if it happens, then I look like a fool, don't I?
Yeah, but it's a good fall because you're out on a slash with the
I'm out. I'm happy as Larry. I probably don't care what I've said.
Yeah.
8 months later,
yeah,
you know?
drink enough to not remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cool. Who's going to win the Prem?
I hate to say it because I want it to be someone different, but it's going to be Man City.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
Unfortunately, it's going to be Man City, but I think it's going to be similar to Man City, Arsenal, and Newcastle challenging.
I don't think Arsenal will go. I think Arsenal were a one-hit wonder.
I don't know. They've recruited well.
Yeah.
Declan Rice is.
Do you want to know the best recruitment of the transfer window? Man City signed Leicester City's groundsman. Do you know the guy that does all the patterns?
Yeah,
Man
they
City
did.
just signed him,
Yeah,
and I
I
said
saw
to my
that.
brother, I went, "This is the transfer that we need to be talking about."
Yeah, because he does some mad.
Yeah.
Patterns,
Well, the league had to
yeah.
ban it, didn't they? Because
Did they?
yeah, the fox was appearing in the middle of the thing, and the
Yeah.
league going, right, you need to just keep it squares and rectangles here. Like,
That's class, that is.
yeah, it was
That
sick.
is class. Yeah, it's going to be good though, and I think Luton, Sheffield, and Everton will go down.
Yeah, shout. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go with
Luton's
that.
gone.
Yeah, out the dead.
Luton.
Wankers.
I watched them play their first game of the
It's
season.
not even worth them refurbing their stadium. They won't need it.
Yeah,
They won't need it.
Just don't even bother.
So you're saying Luton?
Luton, Sheffield United, and Everton.
Everton. Wow.
Everton, they haven't.
They need
they've
it.
not
I think
recovered, have they?
Everton need it. I think they need a year out of the Prem.
They've spent the least in the transfer. They've spent 13 million, I think, and they've not signed. I don't think they've signed anyone special. I don't think.
No.
And yeah, they've been down there 2 seasons now.
I think they needed just some
It's going,
recuperation
innit?
time,
Some recuperation.
bit of treatment time.
Yeah, sometimes they do, innit?
A bit of a culture shock
Yeah. Cold Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Down in
in Coventry.
yeah.
That's what I think.
I thought United were going to get relegated at one point, like a couple of seasons
You
back.
know, they were down there, weren't they?
I was thinking,
Never in
shit.
doubt.
I was thinking, shit, I
Never
might
in
be able
doubt.
to afford a season ticket.
Imagine if that happened though. Like
Like a massive team.
that would be mental.
I might be able to
Yeah.
afford a season ticket.
Yeah.
And someone like that with the amount of squad depth that they've got. Because I said to you when Leicester went down, I was like,
You're going to lose them all. You
I
said to me they're
I
going to
said
lose
to you, I
them
said
all.
they're going to lose all their players. Like, I'm surprised Dewsbury Hall and that stayed, but Harvey Barnes and that went. I said, you just got Prem players that are going down. But imagine like a big team, Chelsea United, with such squad depth, you'd lose the whole squad.
Well, they're all on 8-year contracts, so they wouldn't at Chelsea.
Yeah,
It'd be a
yeah,
massive buyout, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Imagine
I
that.
wonder if Leicester have gone like the players have gone like, oh, it's not our fault or whatever else, and they've gone, well, go on then, prove it then.
Yeah, so James
Yeah.
Maddison said that. James Maddison, he was at Leicester and then he's gone to Tottenham. I think he said in an interview, he's like, I feel bad in a way because I wanted to get Leicester back to where they belong
Yeah,
and stuff. So I think it can hit players really hard.
yeah.
So I
So
wonder how many players have gone, you know what, I'll just stick it, I'll take the pay cut, and then if we don't get out, I know it's my fault.
Some
or, it's our
players
fault.
will probably have it in their contract that they're not playing Championship. He's like, we have to stay in the Prem, and if not, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like, there's all weird things like that in contracts.
Oh, yeah, crazy stuff.
It's nuts.
Crazy stuff.
It is insane.
Amazing. So it's just at the non-league treatment room.
Yeah, at the non-league treatment room, and then
And then Spotify, Apple.
Yeah, Spotify, Apple, find us on there, and just give it a listen, give it a follow, and just hopefully you enjoy it
And follow.
Amazing. Thank you for joining
thanks for
us,
coming
mate.
in.
No, it's an absolute pleasure.
And we'll get you and Lee in
Yes,
when he wants to.
Yeah, when he pulls his finger out.
he was good. To be fair, when he said,
Did he tell you to say that? He goes,
No,
tell him I was gutted. But
no,
I'm
he
not
was.
going.
He was like, I really want to do it, but it's his brother's engagement party, so he's
Yes. Yeah, fair. So
Yeah, fair
I'll
enough.
give him that one. Yeah.
He didn't tell us at the beginning. You said it was
Right.
like a prior engagement.
Yeah,
It's like,
he's
going down the pub
just
with him.
about kept his name out the jar. Just about.
And we're gonna find out when we go off air who that dude was.
He needs to go.
Yeah.
You're gonna write him down and we're gonna throw him straight in there.
I hope I know him.
I love this jar.
Yeah, how have you never mentioned it?
I don't know.
Fuck
But
it.
my brain just went, he deserves it. What does he deserve? He deserves
Does it
that.
have to just be podcast like things, or can like my boss go in there?
If you wanted, the plan was at the end of the year we would burn it all. We would get them all out and just burn them.
Oh, so we can have like a little.
Hey,
We're keeping
that stuff like.
what, an epiphany?
Yeah.
Is that what we're after? Yeah.
Like at the end of the year, just get rid of all the bad juju.
Yeah, sound. The last episode, we'll burn it.
Perfect.
Done.
You might
Happy
have to
days.
You might have to get a bigger jar though.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
No, we just
throw the old jar
fold
in.
them tight. We fold them tight. We fold them tight. Thanks for joining us, man.
No,
Like I said,
Thanks for coming in.
Lee
Yeah.
next time, and then I reckon we could maybe all link up non-treatment room Wobbly Coffee episode, and we do it from the side of Aviston Town Football Club.
Yeah, non-league.
We can
And we
make
go
it
live
happen.
on YouTube,
We
Yeah.
can make that happen. I'm sure Aviston would love that.
and we go live on YouTube, and we just sit and we commentate the game. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be class. That would be a
class.
laugh.
That would be a laugh. That would be.
I'm excited, guys. Thanks again. It's been
Thank
Wobbly
you.
Coffee Podcast. I've been your host, Sam Thompson.
I've been his co-host, Sam Thompson.
Jackie Boy Croco.
That'll do.
And this has been the amazing Andy Cook.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
very
buddy.
much. Yeah,
The
appreciate it.
non-league treatment room. Peace out.